So let me just explain a couple of things for you. The human body, we're going to talk about the levers and the chinks in the armour. So the human body has a couple of what we call major levers. The hip zone is your first major lever, which allows us to turn left, right, bend forward, bend backwards. Your second major lever is your shoulders, which allows the head and the neck to turn plus shoulders. Your minor levers become your knees, your elbows, then your super minors, your ankles and your hands. So one of the major things I want to control is I want to control the major lever, which is hips. The second thing about it is that, like in Kelly, there's always a chink in the armour. So if you want the joints to move, they can't be protected. So the hip and the ribs has a gap in there, which allows the body to move left and right, up and down. But it also means that you can't have solid structure there, because otherwise you can't move. So what I'm going to do from here, gently, very gently, is I want to place my elbow in the soft fleshy part. And the way I like to do is I want to talk to you about the driving mechanic. Is if I want to pin the majority of my weight onto the shoulders, my hand comes in and I put my weight here. If I want to control hips, my hand goes here. And it's as a general rule. So the way that I like to do this is when I first get my side control, a lot of the time that I'm driving into my partner, I'm compromising my own base because my elbow's in. And what we're going to do from here, just to start nice and easy, is I'll put my elbows into the soft fleshy part. I'll hold here, and we're going to do it slightly right, slightly wrong. It's just, I'll try and put my weight over my partner to try and hit the Kimura or the figure four. What my partner's going to do is going to use his right hand to go into my armpit. Now, the part of this is this. He's going to slowly push me down towards his hips, turn towards me, and hip escape under me. And that makes my weight go over my partner. So whether he rolls me or doesn't roll me, I lose the mechanic and I start to lose the position. So it's going to go top, my elbow goes into the soft fleshy part, and I hold. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to do the Kimura by driving up to get the body weight. His right hand goes into my armpit. Now this is the hardest part. It's going to turn towards me, push down to his hip, and now once my weight's over, the hip escapes under me, so away from me. And that puts me in the zone, so it can now start to come up. And you know, like there's leg locks and things like that, but you know, he has the ability to come up and roll this way in, so roll with me. Oh, okay. And that's all good. Okay, so one more time. Sorry, I'm moving very gingerly today, guys.
Guess why I'm not putting any frames on.
You can't put frames on me anyway, mate. You can't frame me. I'm like Roger Rabbit, man. You get that? Yeah. Why? Who framed Roger Rabbit? Okay.
No, I don't know. I don't think anyone knows, do they?
1, 2, switch base forward. Start my Kimura, right hand goes to the armpit, push me down to your hips, turn towards me, hip escape away. Easy peasy. 1, 2, 3. So what we're going to do now is we're going to have a look at one of the ways that I like to control my partner and get a bit more of an reaction out of my partner. So instead of trying to crush him down, so we're in this position, switch base forwards. What I'm going to do this time is my arm's going to come out slightly wider, so it has a frame system instead of here. But I keep my elbow pinned into the body. So I'm not coming out here where he can move his hips left and right. Alright, so I keep this in. This is the hardest part about the entire move is I'm going to back step with my hips and collect his elbow. I'll back step, I'll collect his elbow. Now, I'm driving my hip to my elbow, but I take the weight off the ground. So I'm driving off this foot, I drive in. So I drive in. But I'm not driving over. I'm driving through. So what will happen is, as I'm here, it's a bit of a painful thing. So I've got him up to the side. Generally, as my partner tries to push me away, I'm just going to scoop. And I'm not holding, I'm just trying to kind of grab across my shoulder from here, but my weight's driving in. I'm not going to tap him, but I'm going to definitely get the action reaction out of that. Okay, jump up. Hold it up, got your back this way. So what I'm trying to do is, between the hips and the ribs, there's a gap like that. And that's a perfect size for your hip to drive into. So if I'm driving this way, what I find is I'm driving through. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the arm, that's where my hips going to drive into the body. It's not that I'm going to cause this pain, but it's part of my punch from over, and I've got to lock myself into the soft fleshy part on this body. So from here. So my right leg is kind of floating. My left hand's out now. I didn't look and try and take it off me. I just take the arm. And I'm not trying to go up here because there's too much space between my elbow and his hand. He can move his hand left, right, up and down. Once I'm here, if he tries to put the arm in, it's more caught. Does that kind of make sense? So here, he gets a lot more play. Yeah, exactly. So it's here, and what I'm trying to do is almost transfer a punch from here. Now I'm going to let my partner try and pull the arm down, move around. I'm just going to keep this muscle control. So I'm going to make, and I'm going to go, if he doesn't, then he's going to take the arm bar. But what you're going to find is that they're generally going to try and put that arm in as well, which leaves this unprotected. It's a nice little way to get the Kimura. I like it well. So hand goes that wide, not inside body worked out that anything wrong. So hand goes that wide. I lift my hips up, but I'm driving through my height. Back step, step to here. And it's not painful, but he recognises once I come to here and I hold the time. Now, watch this one. So as he pulls the hand down, it just goes straight to here. My hand's already in position because it's underneath the body. I can't get the Kimura, but because it's out, it's already set the Kimura up for me. How does that feel?
Yeah. It's good to get that floating with you.
Yeah, and I'm bony.
Yeah.
I'm really bony. Yeah. So it's just, I'm not going to tackle with that,
No.
but it's one of those ones that, like, you know, like Adam says, get off me, you know? Yeah, exactly. And just 2 more steps. Okay, so just a small detail once again is if I'm here, at the final part when I go to the Kimura, my hand gets caught under, so I can't push through, so I have it out here. Right, and palm down, back step, pick it up, and just drop in. And you cover it, so he kind of goes, I don't want my hand there, so as you pull, it's just this really nice 1, 2, 3. Heavy, hey? Yeah. And what we like to do from here, once again, is we're going to switch base forwards. I drive in, my hand comes out from here, driving off float, capture the arm. So even if his hands are in, I've got the ability to capture the arm. Does that kind of make sense? So what's going to happen is he might not respond to that, or he might just simply try and hold his hands together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my back to switch base side control flat. I'm going to kick him in the head. So I'm going to show it from this angle. So what I'm doing is my right foot kicks him in the head. So my right foot kicks him in the head. So my right foot kicks him in the head. This is the hardest part, is I now push off, put my left leg, and I sit. So the arm bar is a pretty deep arm bar. Because my toes are up against his neck, it's hard for him to roll back in towards me. So it's not that I'm trying to cause pain or anything, I'm just trying to get a wedge underneath the shoulder. So it's more that and less about that. Right? So we're in switch base. Once again, is I get my mechanic, I come out, I drive in. Because he's rolled here, I've got the ability to put something underneath it. So I cup it from here. He holds his hands together, switch my foot, and I'm kind of going belly down, switch my foot, step over, sit, pop my knee. Once the knee's popped, it's pretty easy to finish the technique from here. Crunchy, okay? So again, we're not this way. We can start here, and that'll help isolate the elbow away from the body. Does that kind of make sense? So I'm switch base forwards, come out, and I drive in to get the response. Come under. My partner realises it's an arm bar and holds his hands together because he realises he can't get out. So I kind of roll. As I'm rolling flat, I go kick to the head, step over, sit, pop my knees together, double up, and the arm bar's pretty tight in the arm bar from here. Who would like to see it one more time? Yes? Okay. So the hardest part is kicking him in the head. That motion, it's kind of an art. You're taking our heel the way that our legs don't like to move. When jiu-jitsu is a while, they kind of want to move that way, so you get used to it. Okay. So drive it in, isolate the elbow, post, come up, drive my hips in to get the desired response, come under. So watch this is my right foot. I swing my right foot to here, but I'm flat. So see how he still can't get the arm out? Leg comes over, sit. So my shin's underneath the shoulder, if I just try to roll back towards me, it's isolated. Yep. Okay, 1, 2, 3. This is the next part, and he's got his hands in, he's doing good jiu-jitsu. My elbow goes out from here. Just explain, if the hands on top, it's arm bar, and the other hand's on top, it's Kimura. Like, really, like, you know, like, so this hand's on top, I'm taking the arm bar, and the other hand's on top, I just take the Kimura. So that would kind of be what I'm looking for as far as the hand tension goes. If you do that, so if he does this, I get to choose. Yeah, hand goes up, sorry, drive in, hand goes up wide, here, and now. He's got his hands together and keeps it pinned in super tight. I'm having issues raising it. Upgrade to knee right. So, anytime that I've got the position and he holds the hand and I'm having trouble, like, man, this guy's strong. Okay. So watch carefully. When I upgrade to knee, I'm going backwards a little bit. So this, I'll slide. Yeah, but I've doubled it up. Now, what I'm doing is I keep this tight, and this should come on pretty much before I even, like the arm bar super tight from here. The main reason is I'm using my shin to do the arm bar. I'm not using my groin, my hips, so that. So the part for me is, when I first started to do this is, I got taught the opposite way around. So I got taught, like when his hands in, I got taught to do this, hold the arm here. So he's kind of going to go, I don't know what he's doing. As I back step, I go here and I just drive that through, so then I'll hold it to my hip. So if he tries to get rid of the arm, I'll pull the arm out, because it's really hard mechanic. As I switch it, raises the shoulder, raise the shoulder, step, and it's pretty much on straight away. So, sorry? No, I'm doing it, I'm pinning it down, swap over guard, jump over to the ball. Where are you from? Okay. So what I found was sometimes if I'm here and I go back to the arm, but he can pull the arm out because there's that little momentary lapse of reason. Where I find if I'm here, it's a totally different scenario. So slide, shin, and pin. It's like, yeah, and it's pinned. How's that feel? And now turn, and the arm bar's a super tight arm bar. Yeah, like super tight, hey. So I found that this, and I'm kind of like, yeah, and everyone's like, man. So when I go here, it's just, and I pin it. Really hard to deal with, but I'm pinning it down. So as I turn my leg, it pops the shoulder, which means that that arm bar's pretty much on. Now, how's that feel? Awesome. 1, 2, 3. Good arm bar, hey. Jump up there, we'll take that.